Guess I'm live again. Okay. Eat of the day, commit, don't quit. Thursday thoughts, part 2. We were live there from, what time was it? From 2 to 3:30, and it's Jeff here. Sorry if I didn't introduce myself, but this is part 2. Literally, I was live for about an hour and a half, and what I've been recently doing is coming on for a second live. Just lets me talk to some people that I don't always get to see or get to chat with. So it's a good time for some, not good for everybody, but good second time to get in and talk to a few people. So that's why we're doing it, and they're just short lives. Literally, the reason for the short live, finish. My son's done at 3:35. Go pick him up. And then literally, I get home. I got about 10 minutes. It's 10 to 4. Get this all set up. Go live from 4 to about 4:35 or 4:40 at the latest. My wife's done work at 5 o'clock, so we get out and get this on for a few minutes while everybody's getting home from work or school or wherever they've been at this time. But anyways, it's nice to have you here. I appreciate it. Like I always said, even if there could be a couple of people watching in the background, but even if nobody's in the chat at this time, it's always good, as somebody's saying, some people when they go live they don't always talk, but it's always best to even if you're just rambling on about something, because you never know. It could be somebody's first time ever at your live, and it's the first thing they see you just sitting there. It's probably the last time they're going to come back. So even if I can ramble on just for a few minutes till somebody comes in, and that's what I try. But like I said, this is second live because literally sometimes we get some people in that we don't usually see at this time of day. So it's kind of nice for people to get in at a different time that we don't always see. But hopefully this stream is working. I do have, it says that it is, but we'll see anyways. So anyways, I hope everybody's having a good day. It's Thursday, we're one day closer to the weekend. Wife's done at 5, and not much else. Let me just take a sip of water. Thanks again for coming. I appreciate you for dropping in. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. But Drone Nut, hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. Like I said, sometimes even if we don't have anybody in here, I like to talk. Maybe somebody thinks I'm rambling on, but this is a different time. I don't usually always go on at this time, but last week and a half, I've been doing a second live, a part 2, I call it. I usually do the live, the first one at between 2 and 3:30 our time. But then I have to pick up my son from school, and once we pick him up, I get home, and I have about an hour till my wife gets home. But we pick her up, so literally I go on from 4 o'clock to about 4:30, 4:35 for about 30-35 minutes. Literally, you get to talk to a few people, and it's like Drone Nut, Happy Lux, how are you? It's good to see you. It's people that you don't get to see all the time, and definitely the time at 2 o'clock is not good for them. So this is good for some people to get in. So yeah, we just do a second live. It doesn't matter if there's 1 or 2 or how many people here. It's great to have you here. Thanks again. Happy Lux, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Drone Nut and Happy Lux, I really do appreciate you for dropping in. Thank you again. Hope you're having a good day. It's, how much better can it be? It's almost the weekend, right? Can't be any better than that. Anything going on with anybody? Anybody have anything going on with the channels this evening? My wife's going out tonight. I found out at lunch. Usually she gives me a heads up, but today she said, literally I'm going out with my friend for dinner. A girl she used to work with. That I said, no worries. I didn't say it quite that way. I think she thought I was upset at the time, but I wasn't upset. But literally, she's going out for supper, and yes, thanks, Happy Lux. I love it. I'm going to call you the king or queen of the king of emojis. I love it. It's so funny. Until just recently, I never used one of these till going to Thailand this month. Oh wow, that'll be exciting. That would be exciting. I wish I could go with you. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I never used a phone until about 3 or 4 years ago. My wife told me I needed to get a cell phone because our kids our one daughter's in high school. She's in grade 10, and it's the only way she wants to communicate, talk to us. So I had to pick one up so she'll talk to us. Drone says, I should have a new video up tonight. Oh, okay, that sounds awesome, Drone Nut. Happy Lux, I wish I could break my my view record when I'm in Thailand. Ah, what's your view record, Happy Lux? That's amazing. Oh my gosh, I so wish I could go with you, Happy Lux. Take all the video and pictures. It'll be amazing. I bet it'll be beautiful. I bet it'll be beautiful. Mickey XOXO. Hey, Jeff. Mickey, how are you? I was saying, hey, Jeff. Mickey, it's nice to have you here. Thanks very much. Like I said to everybody, this is a second live. Some people aren't able to come to the 2 o'clock show, so it's a short one. It's usually from 4 hour time to about 4:35, 35 minutes. You get to talk to some people you don't get to see every time, so that's where I'm at. And then I gotta go pick Joe up from work. So hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully everybody's doing good. It's nice to see you, Mickey. Hope you're having a good day. I know. Are you an hour or what's the time difference, Mickey? Are you a couple hours difference? It's 4 o'clock our time. Is it like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon? I'm not 100% sure. UK sewing machine service. Wish my wife would go out, Don. Oh gosh. Worm's Eye View. Hi, buddy. It's in the tropics. Yes. Pippa, literally, we changed the kitchen so we didn't see the kitchen view. We've got, I don't know where this is. My wife says Bora Bora or Bali or Fiji. I don't know where it is. Anyways, it's a tropical setting. And we have this and we have the London, England setting. So it is what it is, but it removes everything in the background. So it just kind of livens things up. Mickey, I brought my swimsuit today. Well, Mickey, you know what? There's lots of... I need like a Cabana Boy coming in, Mickey, with like a Mai Tai or something like that, or Pina Colada or something. Oh man, my wife will always get a good joke to tell everybody, especially my buddies and stuff, because you know we all have like whiskeys or beers and stuff like that. But you know, I don't care. I'm a true man, or whatever you want to call me. I love me a Pina Colada or whatever. A rum punch. I love rum punch. Just love it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. Did you see Happy Lux says they're headed to Thailand? I said, I wish you could take me with you. I'd love to go right now. Happy Lux, that's correct. Oh, that's good, good, good. Karen Summers. Hi, Karen. How are you? It's good to see you. Karen, I'll tell you, I got a message about 3 or 4 hours ago, around 12:30, 1 o'clock our time, from Marie. A couple days ago, her and Martin from the Purchards were going to go live today at about this time. But she sent me a message saying... I guess whatever medication she's on right now, it's just making her feel a little drowsy, under the weather. So she said no live this week, no live tonight. But I think they're going to go back to it next week or maybe sooner, I don't know. But at least next week, I think, Karen. But it's nice to have you here. Thank you very much for coming. Karen, we're in Bora Bora, or the tropics of some sort. I don't know where we are. But we've got rid of the kitchen backdrop. Now we have kind of a sunny tropical setting, and tomorrow it'll be back to London, England. We're trying to get some different settings, but different images, just kind of spruces it up so everybody doesn't have to look at the kitchen table. Happy Lex, that's right, you're in Thailand. Mickey, that sounds amazing. I said to Happy Lex, I would love to be able to go there. It would be amazing. Just anywhere to get away right now. I've always said to Joe, we haven't been away in a couple of years, and the last one I think went to Veradero in Cuba, but I would love to go. I just want to get away right now. I think we went, to Veradero a couple of years ago. Happy Lex, my first phone was when I was 8 years old. Yes, as you can see, you know, I'm not into that kind of technology, but my kids are 20 years ago. But, you know, my kids love it, and, you know what? Unfortunately, you have to, not unfortunately, I guess a good thing, the one way they do want to talk is through these things. So, you know, I'm all for that as long as they're talking to me. Currently 3:07 Dallas. Oh, okay, so you're just an hour behind us then, Mickey. That's not so bad. You must be, is it a couple hours till you're done work at least? I imagine you're coming to the end of your day soon, Mickey. I imagine you're excited about that. Worm's Eye View, Pippa says, I thought this was later than usual. It is, Pippa. Literally, I'm doing... about a week and a half ago I started this. I do my 2 to 3:30 live stream. Then I pick Ethan up at 3:30. And by the time I get home, it's 20 minutes later. And I've got 35 minutes to kill. So I thought, you know what? I started doing this, and I get to talk to a lot of people. 2 o'clock's not a good time. There's no possible way. You know, they're at work or busy or whatever they're doing. It's just not a good time. So I thought, you know what? It's not a huge, long show. Literally, by the time we start, it's almost done. So, I mean, we've been on 10 minutes. I'm on for about 25 more minutes. It goes so quick. Usually these ones, I don't even know where the time goes. And it's 37 degrees Fahrenheit, went from 70 to 37. Oh man, that is quite a drop, Mickey. Hopefully you have some kind of warm sweater or coat or something for yourself. It's 10 p.m. here, Karen. Oh gosh. So when you see the perch, it's a little later for it. That's right, Karen. I imagine it is evening. So when you watch Pusa, I guess the afternoon show is a much better time for you, Karen. Otherwise, it'll be super late for you in the evening. But I imagine Friday evenings it's good. But the Europeans, when they are watching overseas, my gosh, it's late for them. But definitely worth going and watching Pusa for sure. Karen Summer, okay, thanks for me. Into Jeff, I was wondering about that. Yeah, oh yes, no worries, Karen. She just sent me a message just to say, because she was thinking about going, but she couldn't. She just wasn't up to it. Which I said, yeah, don't worry about it. Get feeling better, and we'll see you again the next time. Miss Lakia the Husky, hi, how are you? Yes, you did make it. Thank you so much. This is a quick live. I usually go about 30-35 minutes. I come home from picking up my son from school, and literally after that, we got to run downtown to pick up my wife from work. Pun and more. Sebastian, yes, part 2. Sebastian, Holster Fishing, how you doing? I've been letting everybody know that I've been doing for about a week and a half now, Sebastian, a second live, because I pick Ethan up just after 3:30 our time, and by the time I get home, that gives me 10 minutes to get things ready. I started a second live, talk to people for about 35 minutes or so, then I have to wrap things up, go pick up my wife. But it gets me talking to some people. You don't always get the chance to, because they're busy. It's a different time of the day or evening for them, or morning, whatever it is. Yes. Leonard, hey Leonard, Shay, how are you? Great to see you. It is good to see you too, Leonard. As you can see, it's a different time. The 2 o'clock isn't always great for people, so this 4 is pretty decent because you get to see people either just ending the day of work or wherever they're doing, or wherever they are. So you get to talk to some people that it's just maybe a better time for, and it's not a long one. You're not on for like an hour and a half or anything with this. It's usually about 35 minutes or so. Then I drop out and I go pick my wife up. So it's kind of nice. But like I said, it's great to see everybody. And you talk to a totally new group of people and that. Oh, yes. Karen Simmons. Hello again, Mickey. This sounds like a Neil Diamond song. Oh, gosh, Karen, I love it. Let's see here. Worm's Eye View. Half an hour is nothing in live stream time. No, Pip, it's not. Usually I go from 4:30. Here's my time frame. I have from 4:30 to 4:35 or 4 to 4:40. I have either 35 or 40 minutes. Then it's I have to shut down. Literally, I get started, Pippa, and it's time to close it down. But it's great. You get to talk to people, and the worst part is you get it started, and then it's like I gotta go. But it's funny. Hey Mickey, you know what I'm thinking? After last night, maybe I should do a one night a week cooking with Jeff. What do you think? Do you think it'd be kind of funny? Joe heard about it. She missed it completely, but everybody got a good laugh from it. I don't know if I will, but you saw me running around like a madman trying to cook dinner. And the funny thing is, I didn't burn it, Mickey, so it turned out good. Oh, well, it turned out the family didn't mind it. How could I ruin it? It was fish and chips. I threw it in the oven. It was cooked, whatever. But anyways, they enjoyed it, so. Let's see here. Karen Summers, oh yes, is why Pusa does this. I asked them to do an early stream for us. Yes, Karen, and it is a good time for them. I think our time it's 1 o'clock, so I imagine it's really good time for you over there and stuff like that. It would be a definitely good time in that. And I mean, it gets all the people that can't. I mean, there are people that do stay up late, but it is awful late for them. So it's a great option to be able to check it out early in the evening or afternoon for you. Leonard Shea, yes, remember those old phones? Oh my gosh, Leonard. Buddha work. Oh my gosh, Mickey. Out in an hour. Well, that's not so bad then, Mickey. That's not so bad. I guess an hour is not so bad. Mickey, hit that like button. Thanks, Mickey. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. You know what? It's so nice to see everybody today. It really is. Mickey says, any of the day will be see Jeff cooking again. Like they're running around with the mins. Oh my gosh. What do you think, Mickey? Do you think... I don't know if I can. I don't know if I could do that once a week, but you have to try to. I try to think of things. Try to liven things up with something. So we have the Jeff and JoJo show Sunday nights. Maybe I'll do a cook. It won't be a cooking show, but it'll be me running around trying to make dinner. And it's funny tonight. It's Ethan and I again. Joe's going out for dinner with one of her friends. she used to work with. So I go pick her up. She comes home, gets changed, then she goes out for a couple hours. So it'll just be, I told Ethan it's just the boys tonight, me and him. But he says, what are we going to have for supper? I said, we haven't figured that out yet. Happy Lex, Idiot of the Day, did you ever come to Thailand? No, I haven't. But my gosh, if I did, I would so love to come there. Happy Lex, I would so love to come there. There's so many places I would love to see. I've been over to Australia, but I've never been to that part of the world, unfortunately. Not that I wouldn't want to be, but I have not. I'd love to go to Thailand. I would love to go to some of the South Pacific and some of Europe. Well, I'd like to see everywhere. I don't think there's too many places I wouldn't like to see. Love to go to Iceland. Oh my gosh, would I ever love to go to Iceland? Leonard Shady today. This time is better for me, so I'm glad to get to the stream. Yes, Leonard, it is. It does seem a better time. You know what? I know it's 4 o'clock, so some people just might be coming in for a few minutes, but I think it's a better time too. Like the 2 is good for some people, but it's not for everybody. So I always say, like I said, I just started this, and it's not a long one. It's almost like I get started, then it's done. But you know what? You still get to see people, so it's kind of nice. Let's see here. Okay. Leonard, you're right on that, saying that the Pippa kids have no idea what we went through. We thought we were cool, but not really. Oh my gosh, Leonard, exactly. But you know what would they do? I don't think they could live without them. At least they think they couldn't, but they think they couldn't. Well, Happy Lex says I'm in Luxembourg in Belgium. Oh my gosh, Pippa, Motorola flip phones. You know what's so funny about that, Pippa? When my daughter, she's got like the iPhone, the brand new one or whatever, and now that thing's ridiculous, the price of that puppy. But anyways, the iPhone, if we ever get upset at her or give her kind of rules that she has to stick to, we're like, you know what, if you don't listen and you do this and that, you're getting your iPhone taken away from you, and you're gonna go to a flip phone. And you know, they text, they do whatever they do on these things. Snap. All I hear is the snap. You know the Snapchat when it does that little weird beep when you get a snap. Every time I call my daughter at night, I call her after supper to talk to her. As I'm talking to her, I hear meep, meep. I guess that must be the sound of Snapchat, and I hear it all the way through the. And I'm like, oh, do you have your phone? Is somebody contacting you? No. Of course, nobody's doing anything. But they can't live without them. So my wife's always saying, you know what? If you don't listen, that's what you're getting is a flip phone. That way, there's no texting, and if there was texting, it's real minimal. But yeah, she smartens up when she hears that one. Let's see here. Oh my God, Worm's Eye View Pip says, remember having the banana phone that they used to use in the Matrix? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. And there's, look at that. HVAC, James on the job and more. Sebastian, I've got you now, my friend. I've got you now. I love it. Let's see here. Mickey, did you know HVAC James on the job? I found out on my last stream. I did not know that was Sebastian from Pond and More. I guess it's his work channel and that. But it's Sebastian. I love it. I you know, a little bit tidbits that I learned here and there. Karen Summers, let the young people try to figure out the daily phone. Oh gosh. Hit that like button. Thanks, Mickey. I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, it's a short one. It's, you know, and I don't get a ton of people in here, but it's great to have everybody that comes in. I really appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Back Road Freedom. Hello, my friend. It's great to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you dropping in. Much appreciated. Let me get a sip of water. I've been running through the water today. I think I've drank a gallon of it. Back Road Freedom. I smashed the thumbs up. Thanks so much. I much appreciate it. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Worm's Eye View. Pip says, oh, took away the smart option on the phone. Laugh out loud. Yes, exactly. You know what? She had have no idea. She's a good kid, but once in a while, you know, they're all kids. They're teenagers. They do things that they think they've got one up on us. But my wife has got one up on her for a few things, and but she's a good kid. She does not usually. We don't have any issues with her. But just like every kid, you know, once in a while they think they're a little above us and they can do this. But Mickey says, Mickey XOXO, continued birthday celebration. Mickey, whose birthday is it? I must have missed something, and if I did, I'm sorry about that. Is it your Anyways, Mickey, you said a continued birthday celebration. So is it Back Road? Oh, Back Road Freedom. Yes, that's right. I think, is it today or yesterday was their birthday? I think I saw on one of the videos in that saying something about their birthday. Sorry about that, Mickey. You know, I wasn't clicking in there for a second. Yes, Happy Lux the airplane. I love it. Flyer FPV, hello everybody. It's nice to have you here. Thanks very much. You know what? Everybody check each other out. You know, if there's somebody new that you haven't met before, if you like what you see, leave them a message. So if you're going to watch their channel, leave them a message. That way they can check you out as well. And you know what? If you're new to the channel, if you consider subscribing, there's a notification bell in the bottom right-hand corner next to that red subscribe. You hit that, tap it, lick it, whatever you want to do to it. That'll give you notifications for the lives and for videos when they come up. And we will get more videos again. Once the next little bit, we'll get more videos out. I've become stagnant with the videos. The lives we do every day pretty much, but the videos I've become a little stagnant in the last couple weeks. I used to get it. I was getting more than at least one out a week, but then it drops down. And now it's been 2 weeks since I've had one up, so I need to get back to doing one, and I need to get doing one for Dave from Desmond's Daughters. He does a Scottish pronunciation challenge, and he keeps saying for the last couple weeks, Jeff, are you going to do it? So I'm going to have to get one of these done for him at one point. Excuse me for that, everybody. Flyer FPV, appreciate your comments. Oh, no. Flyer FPV, they're sometimes pretty... now, there's something to talk about. You know what? Somebody asked me... I got a message. I got 2 messages from people. And they're like, you know, Eddie, today your messages, every time I get them, they go to my spam. I'm like, my wife said, tell them that's where you meant to put them. I don't know what to tell them. I mean, you know what? Sometimes a message, you're like, great video, have a fantastic day. You see that, you know what? I don't know if they call that, if that's what they call spam, I don't know. But anyways, that's a lot of times that's what I say, or sometimes, you know, there might be some specific, but, you know, they're basically a lot of times the same thing. But anyways, yeah, every time they send me anything, they're like, your messages went to my spam. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, it is what it is. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, Backroad Freedom was yesterday. Okay, I knew it was, well, you know, Mickey said it, but I knew I did see the video pop up. I didn't know if it was today or yesterday. That's all. Oh my gosh, Pippa, I used to have the rotary dial phone growing up. Oh, we did too. I mean, we had them hanging on the wall. We were sitting on the... Oh my gosh, did we ever, Pippa? Oh my gosh. Backroad Freedom, I did a live stream over 8 hours. What? Oh my gosh. For 8 hours, that's crazy. That's good for you. You know what? 2.5 hours. I think 2.5, just under 3 hours is my limit. And I did it at one time, and I don't know really where the time went, but I probably couldn't do a 3-hour live stream. 2 hours is my limit. At that point, I'm pretty much done. I don't have a lot to... but that's good for you. 8 hours, that's amazing. Yes, laugh aloud. Tough nut. My head would be a mess. Oh my gosh, Pippa. Mine would be too. Oh, Leonard, Bora Bora background. Yes, Leonard. So, yesterday, London, England, or Big Ben, where I guess today, Bora Bora. And tomorrow it'll be back to London, England, and so on and so on. Until we get some more images, that's what everybody will be looking at. Then Sunday, when we have the Jeff and JoJo show, all this is removed so you can see the kitchen. Literally, we have to remove it because Joe and I won't fit into this image. Only one of us can kind of sit. And if we take out the chat, then everything else is... So, yeah, you'll see the kitchen again on Sunday when anybody watches the Jeff and JoJo show. Vintage, I like that. Yes, I feel very vintage, Pippa. Oh my gosh, do I ever feel vintage? Karen, yeah, I always check the spam comments. YouTube is a strange system in these. Exactly, Karen. Let's put it this way. I know mine do, and you know what? That's fine. I try to explain it to people. You know what? There's nothing I can do about it. It could be because, you know, and I say a lot of the same things. And also I think, you know, maybe the channel, Eddie of the Day. And if that's the case, well, it is what it is. But, you know, there's a lot of people, you know, your friends and that. It could be the same people you talk to every day. They go there too. But, yeah, what are you going to do? Like, I try to explain. But some people get right upset about it. I'm like, well, I'm sorry about that. I mean, the only other thing I can do is quit watching, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I mean, I like the channels that I'm watching and that. Eddie of the Day, I'm worn out at 2.5 hours. Awesome job. Yeah, yes, Mickey. 2 hours is, but yeah, good for Backroad Freedom. That's amazing. But I'm about 2 hours is my limit, Mickey. I'm at that. Even pushing 2 hours is an hour and a half. I can do that every day. I don't want to say I can do it in my sleep, but an hour and a half, I do that pretty much every day. But by the time I get to 2, I'm like, okay, I've had a lot to drink here, and I'm done. But yeah, about that's good enough for me. And then you start to get dry anyways. It's, yeah, oh my gosh, Happy Lux, I did 40-hour streaming last year. That is crazy. Hey, Pawn and More and a couple of the other channels that they were partnered with last year, they did a 96-hour, it was that, right, Sebastian? They did a 96-hour stream. I think it was either 94, 92, 96 hours. Can you imagine? I mean, I think they all took time, like, doing their own bits, but can you imagine? That's crazy. Some live streams are humongous. That is a huge one, Happy Lux. Back Road Freedom, I will never do that again. Time went by so fast. But time went by so fast. Oh, wow, good Back Road Freedom. I'm glad it did, because, oh my gosh, that's one up for you, Back Road Freedom. That's amazing. Karen Summers, 40 hours. How did you do that? I have no idea. Can you imagine, Karen Summers? I don't have enough to say after, sometimes even after an hour. When you talk, if you're just talking, when people come in, it's great. But after a while, you know, there'll be times where I imagine there's not always people there. It would become a little, but it is incredible. Flyer FPV, I understand it about spam. For YouTube, the comments with the same words, consider spam. Exactly. And you know what? Whatever, but I guess they don't want the same thing said, I guess. I don't know. But you know what? Whatever. I mean, I guess, in my opinion, at least you're commenting. I mean, if you're watching, if you're just going boom, 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 it's a different story. But, I mean, if you're watching it, I mean, they can watch the time. I watch the whole thing, or, like, I watch half or whatever I can watch. But, you know, if I was just going in and hitting the like button, well, whatever. But, I mean, but that's everybody. It happens to everybody. Worm's Eye View, yeah, I gotta retrieve you. Yeah, Pippa, exactly. Even, you know what? Like I was saying to the gentleman that sent me the message, I didn't want to be rude to the man, but I thought, you know what do you want me to do? In the spam, they do have an option for, I think, the drop down to allow, and usually, even if I do that, sometimes I get the same people back. And you know what? They're not even sometimes saying anything. They're saying different things. It's not like they're saying, great video or whatever. It's always different comments, but they always go to the spam too. But you know what? The only thing I can say to them, if you do want me to comment, the only thing I can say is, if you check, just like anybody, that everybody, it happens to everybody. Happy Lux with OBS, is that possible? Happy Lux with OBS, is that possible? Happy Lux, I might have missed something, but I'm not sure, so sorry about that. Brooke Chaos, hey, how are you? I'm back. Good to see you, Brooke Chaos. Nice to see you. Karen, I am 50. I feel like I'm half a century old. Well, Karen, I will be. I'm right behind you. The end of the year, Karen, I will be the same. In December, I will hit that big magic number as well, Karen. I was born in 1969, Karen. So this will be my magic century or half a century or whatever they call it in December, Karen. So. But, you know what, I feel the same way sometimes, Karen, but, you know what, it's a good thing. We're still here. That's the main thing, Karen. Flyer FPV. For me, not a problem. I understand the YouTube rules. Exactly, Flyer FPV. So do I. I do too. Pawn and More. 90 plus hours for my Mark AK Biggies. Took us a week to get back in the normal. Oh my gosh, Sebastian, I can imagine that. It was crazy. It really is, but that's amazing. Amazing. Back Road Freedoms. It was awesome to have my friends show up and watch on my birthday. Thank you for everybody who celebrated with me. That's amazing. That is incredible. Flyer FPV says, yeah, that's true. It is. And Brooke says, hey, sup, guys? It's good to have everybody here. It really is. I don't know. See what I said? Probably got about a little more than about 5 minutes left. Then I have to wrap this up. But literally, I feel like I just started this about 2 seconds ago. It's already started at 4. It's 4:30. Literally, we've broke through 30 minutes like it was nothing. Gosh, yes. I haven't, my wife would say I haven't shut up in 30 minutes, but I guess that's a good thing. I guess it's better than just sitting here not saying 2 words. But it certainly is good to have you here. It really is. So anyways, what's everybody else up to today? Anybody have anything exciting going on the channel this evening, the rest of the next day or so? Because tomorrow's the weekend. Unless you're in Australia, like Big Keg or any of the Australians. You're already in the future right now. Karen says, I will be 51. You're born in 68. Okay, I will be 51, born in 68. Karen. Yeah, I was born in 1969. But it comes up quick, Karen does. I remember turning 18 like it was just yesterday. Honestly, I feel like, and I still remember hitting 18 like it was just yesterday. Backroad Freedom. Just today, someone used the S word in the comment. It's sitting in the spam section. It showed it was 308, and now it's 307. I think it was the channel. They didn't watch the 2 minutes. Okay. Oh, whatever. Exactly. What do you... yeah, exactly, Backroad Freedom. I understand. PSP, our Paranormal Pursuit. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Nice to have you here. Welcome. Thank you very much for dropping in. I'm doing second lives now. They're quick ones. I usually go from 2 to 3:30. Then I pick up my son. And the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I started a second one. I call it part 2. It's all it is I just come on a second time, and I go from after I get home from picking up my son. It's 4:30 now. I go on at 4, and I usually go to 4:35, 4:40 at the very latest, because then we have to pack things up and get downtown to pick up my wife. But this just allows me to talk to a bunch of people that at 2 o'clock it's not a good time for them. So, and it seems to go well. You know, a lot of people come in, and when they come in, get to chat with each other, and you know, it's people you don't get the chance to see all the time. So it is nice time. It really is. Backroad Freedom. I'm 33 years old now. Wow, that's an awesome age. It really is. When I was 33, I had my daughter. She's gonna be 16 next month, and yeah, I was 33 when I had my first child, and that's amazing. Backroad Freedom. Happy belated birthday and that to you. Happy belated birthday. How do you feel at 33? I imagine you still feel young. That's amazing. That is. Backroad Chaos. I'm going to be arguing with an AI for everyone's entertainment, where I'll get picked on, mocked, and smacked, talked by a robot. That's awesome, broadcast. I love it. Karen Summer says, I sometimes think I'm still 18 till I see the reflection. Oh no, gosh, Karen, not at all. You definitely, you know, I feel the same way. Sometimes I feel it, and I sometimes think, oh yeah, you're right. And then I feel, I look, and but hey, Karen, this is when I knew it was all changing. About a year ago, I still have hair. Don't get me wrong, I'm not bald or anything, but I shave it because it's, you know, I'm getting older. It's thinning. So instead of looking like the guy with, I mean, it wouldn't be the comb over, but you know, it's not as thick as it was when I was younger. So my wife likes it. It takes me a tiny bit, shave it off, and it's good to go. Ponamore, get rid of the mirrors. Yeah, Sebastian, I love it. Same here. PSP, Paranormal, nice. Yes. It's great to have you here. Thank you very much. Ponamore, feel young, look not so. Well, you know what? It's just an age, right? And it's just an age. That is a solution. It is. Worm's Eye View, wow, 16. My boy's 17 in 2 weeks. I don't feel old enough. Pippa, you know what? My daughter, the middle of March, will be 16. And she's, I feel like she was just a baby two days ago. It honestly just feels like yesterday she was born. But it goes really quick, doesn't it? It really goes quick. And a couple weeks ago, she started to talk about writing or getting a license. So they have to, I remember when I was a kid, back so many years ago, they used to call it, here in Canada, they called it 365. It meant you had 1 year. You wrote a written test. You went in, you wrote a written test. You had 365 days. In that 365 days, if you wrote it, you could get your license. Go take your license. And then if you didn't, you'd have to go through the whole cycle again. It was no big deal. You just wrote whatever questions, and that was it. But back then, you didn't have to wait a long period of time. Literally, if you had your parents' car or your own car or whatever, you could take it with you to the test. You pass the test, you could literally go in and you could book the test. Sometimes, I think back then I've been practicing on a truck back then for years. And it was literally, I think I went in and wrote the test, and I went in with my dad's car, and I took it out with him, and they drove around for half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever it was, got my license. Had my license ever since. But it's not the same. Now, I think you have a time frame. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's not like that. It's like you have so many years that you have to drive before you can, I think they call it graduated license, but something to that effect. Back Road Freedom. I still feel young, and I do feel 33. Well, that's that's good that you feel young. That is good, and you're not old at all. 33 is it's an awesome age. It really is. Back Road Freedom. When my son turns 18, I'll be 39. I'll still be young. Oh, you certainly will, my friend. You certainly will. Worm's Eye View. Pippa says, I reckon guys should go the shaved route rather than the comber. Exactly. You know what? I said to my wife, I'm not at that point where I care anymore. And when I was younger, I certainly did. But who cares? That's what and you know what? There's a lot of fellas that do it, so I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Brooke Chaos says, been helping people on Twitter, so that's my why can't I say my to-do list? That's amazing. That is amazing. Worm's Eye View says, oh, cool, Jeff. Brendan wants to drive a bike. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about, she wants to go get her license, and then my wife's like, we told her, we're telling her she has to get a part-time job. Doesn't have to be more than even 1 day a week. She has to have a part-time job, then she can go write the test, and then we'll get the insurance and think about getting her license. I think she has to drive with one of us for a year or two or something before she can drive by herself. But we told her she has to get a temporary job, part-time job, just to give her some kind of responsibility, because I see all the crazies out there driving, and literally I'm not quite ready to let her go drive in another month or so. But yes, I mean, they're kids, and you know what? I remember being 16 wanting to do the same thing. Karen Summers says, my vid about Throwback Thursdays about my daughter. She turned 24, and I made a clip about her being a baby till toddler. Yes, it feels like yes. Oh my gosh, Karen, it does, doesn't it? I mean, mine aren't 24, but it certainly does. The time goes so quick, doesn't it? I mean, it goes so quick. It's way too quick as far as I'm concerned. Well, that's amazing, Karen. It really is. Panda Morris says, exactly, I'm 40, working for 26 years. Last 12 years, a double shift. I feel like a young god. But the body sometimes puts the brakes on. Oh, it certainly does. It does. I think I was about 37, 38, about 38 years old, and that's when I totally feel fine, but that's when it started to change a little bit. Back Road Freedom. I shaved my head since I started losing my hair at 16. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's the best Back Road Freedom as far as I'm concerned. A lot of times you don't see me anyways. I wear a baseball cap a lot of times anyways. When I'm out, I just put the cap on, or a wool cap in the winter, so totally fine to me. But this has certainly been fun. It really has. I've had a great time with everybody today. Really had a lot of good times here. So, let's see here. Let me just double check this, a couple things. So does anybody else have anything else exciting going on this evening? Anything else planned? Is anybody else going live this evening or anything like that? Literally, like I said, my wife's going out for supper in about 2 hours, I guess, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Her friend will come in, pick her up, and then I've got my son. 7 o'clock, he said, Dad, it's can we make cookies? So we're going to make, I think, chocolate chip cookies at 7 o'clock tonight. Fun and excitement, but he's looking forward to it. And it's one thing, he gets it out, he rolls the stuff, puts it all together, and then I turn the oven on, and we bake them for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is. But he has a good time with it. So, and it's, we do things together, so he has a good time. But let me see. Let's just see that. Ponamore, Sebastian says, yep, same here, Jeff. 37, 38. My back went out. First warning for me, I think. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I don't feel that old in any way. But yeah, it's just, you can't stay the same forever, that's for sure. And you know what? I don't mind actually getting older at all. I'm a little bit more relaxed than I was when I was younger, but yeah, it is what it is. But there's a lot more I'm relaxed about now. Back Road Freedom, I'm glad I got to come and chat with you and everybody. It was great for you to come, Back Road Freedom. You're welcome here anytime, but thanks again, I appreciate it. Yeah, Pip, I'm going to get going. Worm's Eye View, okay, buddy, I got to go. I'm going to try to get a live in tomorrow morning, probably 12 hours from now. Okay, Sebastian, have a great day, all. Thanks for the nice stream, Jeff. Thanks again, everybody. Thanks, Sebastian. Everybody, I got to run now. Anyways, it's 4:40. I've exhausted my time. I literally have to get our son and get going. Have a good one. It was so nice to have you here today. Thanks again, everybody. Karen, it was great to have you here. It was great. Karen, I had a great time. I'll see you again, everybody, okay? Wine is better old. It is too. Everybody, take care, okay? Have a good night or good morning, whatever time it is for you. Take care. Thanks again. Bye. I didn't mean it that way. Thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye.